The other new man, Paul Allen from West Ham, have begun promisingly, though, despite Tottenham's inconsistent start. Glenn Waddle has recovered from a groin injury, so it's the same Tottenham side that beat Chelsea so comprehensively, with Mike Hazard the substitute. Well, Jack Charlton's sudden departure on the eve of the new season was a body blow to Newcastle, but one has to say they aren't faring too badly without him. Indeed, their midweek defeat at Manchester United was their first of the season. It was from Old Trafford that Newcastle signed Alan Davis. He's back today after injury. And the man Newcastle bought as Waddle's replacement is Ian Stewart from Queen's Park Rangers. The referee today is Alan Robinson from Hampshire. So then, away we go. Tottenham in the all-white strip, kicking off, attacking. A goal to our left in the first half. Strong sunlight here at White Hart Lane. Tottenham not as yet confirming their potential as championship contenders, although certainly they were far more encouraging in midweek against Chelsea. And the signs are they're on the way back. Peter Shreve, their manager, has been quite impressed with the way they've played so far, although the results have gone against them until the game against Chelsea. There's young Rob McKinnon. His first game for Newcastle. The injury to Kenny Walton. Free kick to Tottenham. There's Paul Allen, who came from West Ham, £400,000 in the summer. Waddle was prepared to battle too, and here's Waddle now. Very much the playmaker for Tottenham. Audaciously there with the outside of the boot. Glorious to watch. Chidozie trying to wriggle his way past defenders. Scorer of one of those 4 goals against Chelsea. It'll be Waddle then with the free kick. Falco is in there. Paul Miller has come forward too. Scorer of 2 goals. There's Miller going in, didn't quite reach him. It was Clark who got it away. Roberts turning it back in, the flag's up. Chidozie and Falco both caught offside. Great run, weaving past defenders. Thomas did well getting down. McDonald combining with Beardsley. And here's McDonald again. Riley's in the middle and a goal! Alan Davis. A sudden break, just when it seemed Tottenham might score at the other end. Newcastle break away. And from the cross-in by McDonald, Alan Davis, back in the side today, puts Newcastle in front. Just 5 minutes gone, and what a shock here for Tottenham. They find themselves a goal down against the Newcastle side, who've been playing very confidently. Been unbeaten until the match against Manchester United, when they were really outplayed. One has to say how well United are playing, and it was no surprise that Newcastle went down at Old Trafford. Can they spring a surprise themselves here today? Marvellous start then for Newcastle. They lost only one of the first 6 games. Here's Roda with Chidozie. Alan Davis, who came from Manchester United, where he rather faded from the picture, really. United to get his chance to establish himself in the First Division again. Newton. Now Danny Thomas brought into the play. Adventurous fullback is Allen. Couldn't get away from young McKinnon. In fact, it's a free kick to Tottenham. Danny Thomas will take. Falco is the target here. Away goes Riley now. Beardsley Very much the man in form for Newcastle. Was Riley offside? He was, and possibly McDonald too. The man who made the goal, Neil McDonald. Newton with the free kick. A good jump then by Falco. The goalkeeper's lost it. Got a second chance. Rather fortunate there. Falco with the shot. In the end, a good save by Martin Thomas. Davis. Will give it away. And Waddle. Oh, what imagination then by Glenn Waddle. Not too many players in the world who would think to do that. I can remember Pele doing that once. And you have to have class and a football brain to achieve that sort of thing there. So nearly produced a goal too. Glenn Waddle. Newton was first to it. Davis. Hounded by Allen. Now Waddle. Drifted over to the Tottenham right. Cheered by the Newcastle fans here. Did well to get his cross in. Such a dangerous player down either flank, Chris Waddle. He so nearly turned the game at Manchester City last week in the last 20 minutes or so when they pushed him wide. And that really is where he's at his most effective. Falco going up. It's Clark who got the header in, then McKinnon. And here's the youngster again. Testing time for him in this arena. I think it had already gone over for a throw. George Riley, who's won over the Newcastle fans. They weren't too keen on him when he first arrived back in February. But he's turned in some good performances this season. In fact, that's Paul Gascoigne, the Newcastle substitute. He's going through his paces on the touchline, so clearly an injury to one of the Newcastle players. We'll see who that is in a moment. Chidozie with good play. Falco! Brilliantly done. Well, that's a marvellous goal by Falco. Set up by some excellent play from Chidozie, and then Mark Falco. Well, he had all the sharpness he needed there. And after 15 minutes, Mark Falco's third goal of the season has made it Tottenham 1, Newcastle 1. And that was a goal then of an expert finisher. Very coolly taken indeed. Lovely play first from Chidozie to set up the opportunity. And didn't Falco finish it well? Mark Falco, Tottenham's leading goal scorer last season. 25 league and cup goals. And he's back among the goals again now. Newton with the free kick. This is developing into an excellent encounter. Waddle. Now here's Thomas. Just the kind of entertainment to bring the crowds back. This is what crowds want to see, entertaining football like this. Adiles. Oh, Thomas is away here. There's danger for Newcastle. Is it in? It is! Chidozie. Well, it was a scramble. The 2 goals in 2 minutes have changed this game around. And John Chidozie. Bit of a scramble goal against Chelsea, and another one here. Just managing to force the ball over the line. John Chidozie, who hadn't played a full match this season until the game against Chelsea, certainly making his presence felt. 2 goals in 2 games for the Nigerian international. And how the crowd are enjoying this. Adiles. game full of enterprising play thus far. No one enjoying it more at the moment than John Chidozie. Got to struggle on to get a regular place at the side, but the 2 goals he's scored here in the space of 4 days won't have done his chances any harm at all. The dealers from Tottenham work their way through here. Now the whistle's gone. They've got a free kick. And Tottenham at the moment are tearing at Newcastle's throats. Waddle away by Clark. Only as far as Waddle. So many players in this Tottenham side who can produce something from nothing. Roberts going forward then. McDonald. A testing period for Willie McFall, the man who's in temporary charge of Newcastle, and how dearly he would love the job on a permanent basis. I'll just keep my fingers crossed, he said beforehand. Goes Chidozie, has tremendous pace. He was away then from McKinnon, who brought him down. He has tremendous acceleration, John Chidozie. He stuck to his task there, and McKinnon was forced to bring him down. So another opportunity for Waddle to show his ability from the set piece. Miller! No goal, it won't count. Pushing now. Is Miller challenged? Got a clean header in the end. The referee spotted an infringement as the cross was floated over then by Waddle. Miller with the header. The referee had already blown for a foul. Not quite what Beardsley had intended. Anderson towards Riley. Clements just stretching to hold it. The huge figure of George Riley looming behind it. Away goes Waddle. Glorious skill. Too many players in the end to take on. And he really is a joy to watch, Chris Waddle. Will he be in England's side against Romania? Well, he certainly hopes so. Having broken into the national side now. Straight choice between him and John Barnes. Roberts powering his way forward. The flag's up. It will have been against either Falco or Waddle. Allen was the player who went through, but I think the flag may well have been up for, possibly for Falco. No, I think it was for Allen. Roberts diving in, but here's Riley. Villa having to dance to avoid George Riley, who certainly puts himself about. And has more control perhaps than some people give him credit for. Chidozie. Away by Roda. Good persistence shown then by Chidozie. Is that a good? Chidozie's cross. So Waddle then with the corner. Here's Waddle. Well, there's no holding this man down today. He applauds the cross. The crowd applaud the shot then from Waddle, which really was not all that far away, hitting it first time there on the volley. Roda with the free kick. Riley who knocked it down. Here's McKinnon. McKinnon was fouled. The decision of Alan Robinson, the referee this afternoon. Young Rob McKinnon will be well pleased with his first performance in Newcastle's league side. Now, what could Newcastle do here? McDonald! Move it straight into a sea of defenders. I think the flag was up there anyway. The referee dwarfed there by George Riley. Donald. Newcastle building promisingly here. Beardsley. Quite a following here today. Newcastle from the northeast. Behind the goal they're attacking. McCreary, McKinnon. Well, the score remains at 2-1. They've every chance of pulling something out of this game. The dealers with a hard challenge, too hard for the referee's liking. And they're on Peter Beardsley. Stewart. Support here now then from Beardsley. Roeder has come forward, but beyond him. And a chance now then for Tottenham to break. Here's Waddle. Paul Allen hadn't spotted Beardsley. I think the crowd had. Paul Allen looked rather lethargic there as Beardsley was able to challenge. Falco came off Beardsley and just kept in by Martin Thomas. Now here's McDonald. Both teams full of attacking ideas. Good to see. Roeder took it too far. He's onside. Chiedozie. Everyone was waiting for the flag. Chiedozie must score. And the goal will stand. Oh, a perfect finish. Just look at his delight. Waddle chipped it through. The flag stayed down, and Chiedozie so coolly around the goalkeeper to steer it in. Glenn Hoddle, again the architect. Chiedozie with the finish, and it's 3-1 to Tottenham. John Chiedozie's second goal of the game. 12.5 minutes into the second half. And I wonder now if Tottenham have taken control. The crowd still digesting that splendid goal. Finished with such composure by John Chiedozie. Dealers going through. And here's the hero of the hour, John Chiedozie. It's in fact his third goal of the season. That one, of course, against Chelsea. Allen's cross in. Waddle. Thomas trying to find Allen. Stewart had covered. There's a familiar face. I know that chap sitting on the right there, the second row up. It is, of course, Brian Moore, presenter of the show. The man below in there, Irving Scholar, the Tottenham chairman. It's not the old age pensioners section. Chiedozie, Falco letting it run through. Waddle, can he finish it now? Was handled surely. It's gone in anyway, and the goal will stand. Glenn Hoddle, an exemplary finish. 18 minutes into the second half. And just listen to the crowd's appreciation of Glenn Hoddle. It was certainly handled on the line. So it would have been a penalty, but the ball had gone in anyway. And referee Alan Robinson says, that'll do for me. And it's 4-1 to Tottenham. And Glenn Hoddle has scored his first goal of the season for Tottenham. He's had an outstanding match all round, Glenn Hoddle. Fully deserves the goal and the acclaim of the White Hart Lane crowd. Miller bringing it away then for Tottenham. One or two Newcastle players looking a little dispirited at the moment. Having taken the lead and playing well too in the first half, they now find themselves 4-1 down and facing a Tottenham side running into form. I watched Manchester United take Newcastle apart at times in midweek. They were very, very impressive indeed. But at times here this afternoon, Tottenham have shown the same quality of football. Good run here by Beardsley, which Ray Clements had to check. Clements as alert as ever in goal. And Hoddle there, audacious flick. And the substitution now being made. Young Rob McKinnon is going off. And he can be well satisfied with his league debut. And on comes Paul Gascoigne, a player of Newcastle regard very highly indeed at St James's Park. He's had some outstanding matches and was rather unfortunate to be left out of the side today, having led Newcastle to the FA Youth Cup final triumph last season. 20 minutes to go, looking good for Tottenham now. Just coming back into form after a fairly indifferent start to the season. They won here very convincingly on the opening day against Watford, but then lost their way in the next few matches. They're coming back in style now. Oh, Beardsley. Clements was perfectly placed. Nothing spectacular there about Ray Clements. Just perfect positioning. Beardsley has stayed down and is clearly in some trouble. Ray Clements is just hovering to see if he's all right. And certainly Beardsley will need some attention. But that is class goalkeeping. Ray Clements in exactly the right place to deny Peter Beardsley. He'd set himself up well for the shot. Beardsley is back on his feet, he seems to be all right. Still Stewart trying to prize an opening here with his trickery. Through for McDonald. The flag was up for offside, but a run to admire there from Ian Stewart. The game has been decorated by skills from several players as Tottenham make their substitution. Mark Falco is going off. Mike Hazard, the player replacing him. Mark Falco, having scored one of the Tottenham goals, takes his seat on the bench. There's his replacement, Mike Hazard, who hasn't been able to establish himself as a regular in the side this season. And Mike Hazard has a quarter of an hour to make an impression on this game. Well, this man certainly has already. Glenn Hoddle. Davis. Hazard was in quickly. And off goes Hoddle. Newton. Still Newton. Oh, very good run indeed. Hazard couldn't finish, but some splendid skills then by Chris Newton. His attacking prowess down that Tottenham left flank, taking on defenders, and the shot from Hazard was way over the top. Anderson, who switched to left back since McKinnon was substituted, with David McCreary taking over from Anderson at right back. Thomas. Allen. To Stewart. Still Stewart. Good effort. Great save from Clements. But a fine run then by Ian Stewart again. Clements just able to tip the shot over the bar for a Newcastle corner. Riley lurking inside the 6-yard area. Clements again is handling exemplary. I'm sure they won't settle for the 4 goals if they can find any more. Thomas very much with that in mind, I'm sure. Here's Allen. Hazard in the middle. Waddle too. Allen again. Too much strength for him there, shown by the Newcastle defenders, Clark and Anderson. Dealers to Waddle. He's found Chidozie. Now, could this be 5? Hazard? Yes! Oh, yes! Waddle once more the instigator. His early ball through. Chidozie saw Hazard. And Hazard showed a lot of composure there to turn in goal number 5. What an afternoon for Glenn Waddle. Just over a minute to go, and it's now 5-1 to Tottenham. And the Tottenham show is very much on the road again. Hazard, the substitute. It goes Waddle. Here's Hazard again. What a lift that goal will have given him. Chidozie. Well, it was clever. Peter Shreve was saying beforehand that John Chidozie prefers playing down the middle rather than wide. He certainly enjoyed himself this afternoon with those 2 goals, and now the one laid on 2 for Mike Hazard. Glance at the watch from Alan Robinson. Gascoigne, hounded by Houghton. By our dealers there too. And a free kick for handball against Paul Gascoigne. As we move into the last seconds of this game. So after a run of depressing defeats, Tottenham are back in the groove. Ray Clements, his 1,000th senior match today, immaculate as ever in goal. Just a 1 goal past him early on. The crowd have relished here a performance of sheer quality from Glenn Waddle. A masterly display, surely destined to show his skills for England against Romania in the next international. There's the appreciation of the crowd. 5-1, Tottenham have won here. And this, remember, after going a goal down. Glenn Waddle with one of the goals himself. And it's been a very impressive performance here this afternoon by Tottenham. Full marks to Newcastle for at least keeping going to the end. But really, well, they couldn't match Tottenham today. The final score, Tottenham 5, Newcastle 1.